Okay, so, I was going to take my trainers off in a minute, but I bought them in Spain and oh my god, they're like the comfiest things in the world. It's like walking on air. Okay, let's circle around. And 2, and 3, and 4, and then over for 1, for 2, for 3, and then hold it on this next one. Take a beautiful breath in, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth as you come up, and then just take it into a warrior pose. So make sure the shoulders are hiking up. Slide the shoulder blades down and take one hand, the front hand, to the inner calf and turn your gaze up to ceiling. Bringing the shoulder blades together. Take a breath in and out. In and out. Last one, breath in. And then go the other way. Take the hand to the back leg, reach up, pull the scapula together. Take a gorgeous breath in. Last one. And then come into parallel and just see if you can take the hands together and really squeeze so you're feeling the stretch through the front of the chest to stop that kind of tightening of the chest. Take the chin towards the chest. Start bringing the hips backwards and just fold. Not too much, just take the hips back and fold into almost like a flat back. Hold that position. And then take the hands down to the sacrum area and then bring them to the front. Letting the head just hang and just have a little rock forwards and back. Notice how much tension there may be, or tightness, through the back of the legs, maybe into the inner thigh area. And if you don't feel like you've got the strength, you can just bring the feet back together and start rolling up. Or you can take your arms out to capital T, shoulder height, draw the tummy in. Push through the heels and use your abdominals and your hamstrings to get you back up. Oh, and let's go to the other side. Beautiful. Let's take it round. And for 2, and for 3, for 4, and then over for 1, for 2, good, for 3, and hold it over. Take a breath in. Hey Debs, I'll have to show you these trainers, babe. They're from a company called 24 Hour. Basically it says it's like walking on like just clouds, and honestly it really is. I think they're about €115. But yeah, Pam's found them for like 50 odd quid. And then back to say, sorry, my fault, I'm talking too much. Take the hand down, take the gaze up to ceiling, take a breath in. And then the other way. Does that make me officially old? That I'm wearing trainers because it's like walking on air. And again, breath in. And then back to centre again. And then just take a little twist. Bring the bum backwards. And then chin to chest. And just start folding towards one leg. Don't force it. Just take the hands on the kind of lower tibia area, that lower shin area. And just hold. Feel that beautiful stretch down the back of the leg. And then just walk to the other side to do the same on the other one, noticing if there's more tightness through the left or right. And breath in and out. In and out. Hands back to the middle and start bringing your feet inwards. Just a nice soft knee so that the feet are directly underneath the hips, and gently up. Beautiful. And then just take some little circles, circle back. And we're going to go into some nice shoulder work and some balance work as well. So I'll take my walking on air trainers off. And we've got a little bit of a wedge, which, you know, when you're little you need. Okay, so let's keep our shoulders down. Really pull the scapula together, keep the rib cage closed, and bring it up for 10, for 9, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And then 4 big circles. Oh, I did 3 back-to-back massages yesterday. I can feel my shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 4 the other way. Sorry, 4 the other side. 4, 3, 2, beautiful, and 1. Excellent. Okay, let's take it into, out. Really try and reach your arms as much as you can. So you're kind of using a little bit of strength. Take the palms up, come up into the balls of the feet, using the core strength to balance, and lower. So nice and slow. Take it out. Palms up, back, and lower. Try not to laterally tilt, that's the hardest bit. And again, draw the core in, navel to spine. Let's do 4 more. 4. Good. 3 more. 3. 2 more. Last one. Good, excellent. Then just step side to side, and then just imagine that you're swimming. Unfortunately, we're not swimming in the sea, are we? And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Well done. And then over, like a kind of crawl stroke. Well, without twisting the head. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then back stroke. Back stroke. And you can even like do a proper back stroke where you twist the hand. Twist the hand. Twist. 3, 2, and 1. Well done, good. Okay, let's just cross one foot in front of the other so we remember which way we're going. And I just want you to take opposite ear to the front leg, just down. Just feel the stretch in the side of the neck. Take some lovely circles. I did a stretch video the other day, put it on YouTube, and it was so funny last night. Serena was saying, I can't do that, there's something wrong with me anyway. When I showed her last night, she'd been going the wrong way. So sometimes we zoom, and then that, yeah, sometimes we zoom. Obviously my left is your right, so it can be a bit confusing, so I'll try and cue a bit better when I do the next one. So just hold that lovely deltoid stretch. A lot of tension in the shoulders, guys. And then the arm that's on the top, I want you then to take it behind the back, pull the scapula together, and again, just have a little gentle, not a big tug, just hold, pulling the scap together, so you're stretching through the pec muscles. And because we've been up onto our toes, we'll do a nice little stretch through the IT band and the calf. So bend that front knee, chin to chest, hips backwards, weight comes forwards, Stopping at the point where you feel the stretch through the back, sometimes the side of the leg as well. Take a breath in and out. In and out. Last one, breath in and gently up. Beautiful. Well done. Let's switch legs. So we're going to switch legs, yeah? And we're just going to just gently take the other. So it's the opposite side that you bend to the front knee. Just hold. And then just do a couple of little shrugs. We'll just take the hand, pull a little bit more. Chin towards the chest, a little bit of a nodding dog if you want. My neck's always tight through injury and a slight deafness. And then gently back up. And then take that arm out in front, bring it across into that deltoid. So these are your big delts. So just, again, just kind of have a little think, does this one feel as tight or better than the other one? Woo. Try not to close your eyes like I do. And then just gently, the hand that's on top comes behind the back. Pull the scap together so you're creating a stretch through the pectoral wall. And just gently to one side. Well done. Soften the front knee. Hips come backwards. Yeah, hips come back. Weight comes forwards. Again, feel it. So we've now opened up kind of like the shoulders. We're just going to work a little bit more into the hips. Then we're going to do a little bit more strength work, so just gently come up. And we'll do some beautiful squats. So come into quite a widest position, because you can get a little bit more hip mobility. And you kind of want to get your bum, if you can, as kind of in line with your knees, but just do what feels comfortable. Take the hips backwards and down, nice and slow. Lead into the heel. You should be able to lift your toes up when you do a squat, and that will take pressure off of the knees. Keep that navel in towards the spine. And again. Let's do 30 today. Come on. Bank holiday and all that. Honestly, my middle son is constantly on my mind at the minute because he's at Leeds Fest. God, you never stop worrying about him, do you? And again. He's really good at getting back to me though, I must say. Joe's going tomorrow, Debs. Spoiling Kai's fun. There we go. So 10, 9, bum to wall, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, lovely, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do a quadricep stretch. So if you want to grab hold of a wall or something, you can do. So last night we did this in class. So you just pull the heel into butt and you'll feel a stretch hopefully down your quadriceps, then front thigh muscles. To increase the stretch, tuck the tailbone under. So not out like that, the other way. Tuck the tailbone under and you automatically find. Now I did this one last night and most people were laughing like you're having a laugh at you, Joe. But feel free to try it into a balance. Hold. This is when I want to start talking like a California girl. Can you remember that advert? I was asking him last night, no one could. Welcome to California. And then you can try and go into a dance, I suppose. Or just bring that heel a little bit. Straighten the front leg a bit more. And gently back. Well done, the other side. So again, sometimes people need a band to do this. So again, tuck the tailbone, hold. If you want to increase it and your balance allows, come into the balance position. You can always hold on to something as well. Keep pulling the heel into the bottom. Straighten that front leg a bit more if you can. And then gently back in. Well done. Good. Okay, let's get... So, talking last night about sometimes people struggle with wrist work, and if you've got, for some reason you can't go on wrist for too long, or you're at risk of lymphedema, you've got to be a little bit careful doing too much wrist work, but it is really good for things like osteoporosis and strength bearing. So a really nice way of doing it is kind of if you take your feet a little bit wider than hip distance, chin to chest, and gently back. So even now, like with breast cancer rehab, they talk about, trying to do some strength work, but just not holding, you'll be glad to hear, not holding plank for any great length of time. Now you might need, in this position, you might feel that you can't move forward without bending the knees. If you need to bend the knees, that's fine. And then just walk it. Now try not to do a downward dog, try and walk it into the plank position, only for a few seconds, drawing the tummy in, lifting up out of the breastbone. Then take the hips nice and high again, walk the hands back, take the heels towards the floor, feel the stretch in the back of the calf. Yeah, and then gently back again. Softening the knees to take the pressure off of the back. And gently back up. So always soften those knees to come back up. And let's just do that 2 more times. So chin to chest, hips backwards, weight forward, soften the knees if you need to. Or if you've got really good hamstrings. But with a soft knee, it takes the pressure off of the back. Walk it out. Again, hold through the core, tight through the tummy. And then again, lift up nice and high, walk it back. I appreciate for some people this range is quite tough, but if you can try it, just keep trying it, and then gently back up. You can always bring the knees down and just draw the belly in if you don't want to do a full plank. And then back down. So if you didn't want to do a full plank, you can just take the knees down and draw the tummy in and just keep lifting and lowering. But just each time try and increase that length of time that you stay in a plank position. And then just gently come down with the knees. Keep the knees together to sit on your heels and then just walk it into that beautiful shell stretch. And just hold that position. Taking some lovely breaths in as you let the rib cage expand a bit, up and out. Out breath release. In breath. Out breath. 2 more. Last one, breath in. And out. Well done. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Let's come into straight onto our backs. So I want to work on some real stability. So I'm going to send this video to a couple of new clients that I had last night as well. A couple of them have had what we call DEPs, where they've used their abdominals to reconstruct after breast surgery. So obviously posturally it's really tough for them. So it's really nice to go back to basics sometimes. So imagine that tray of drinks on the front of the tummy, and now I just want you to think about spilling the drinks into the belly button. So which way will the pelvis go, forwards or backwards? Yeah, it'll obviously go backwards, won't it? So the pubic bone starts to come towards the navel, and now I want you to spill the drinks the other way. Yeah, and then just notice what happens when you are forward tilted and the hip bones are higher than the pubic bone. So we don't want to be doing abdominal like that. The ribs come up and out and the back goes away. Come back now into a neutral position. So you're not squishing the lower back in, but you're certainly not arching it. The drinks are level, and I want you to close your eyes and really visualise that tray of drinks, whether it's a cup of tea, a nouilles chandon, whatever that drink is that you do not want to spill. And then think about the muscle between your pubic bone and your tailbone, so the muscle that stops you wee mid-flow, and just gently engage it, just a little bit. It's like kind of like a flower, it kind of comes in and up. That's a nice visualisation. And then keep the ribs in and down, and just gently, all I want you to do without moving the back is just lift one leg. Hold that position, keeping the core tight, and then lower it without any shifting whatsoever in the back. Again, keep the core engaged without shifting east to west or 3 to 9 on a clock. Lift the other side. And lower. It's harder than you think to do it in neutral without any shifting. Lift again. I love doing this because it really makes me think. And then back. And again, the other side without shifting. And back. Now do it but by taking the leg forward. So one leg goes forward. Bring it back. Your tummy is nice and engaged and strong. And the other side. And back. And again. And back. And again. Always hard on Zoom, guys, but hopefully you are feeling this. I am, and I do a lot of like big core stuff. And then do the other, where I want you to take the knee and the hip out to the side without the drinks falling sideways. Keeping the core engaged. Draw the belly in, back to centre, so keep that core engaged. The other way. I cannot get to the floor without the drinks tipping. And then back. And again. And back. And again. So Lorraine, these are brilliant, hon, for just making sure that the back is not pressing on any nerves. And then back to centre. And then just bring your arms down. So with all those principles in mind, you can go into a single leg from tabletop if you feel that that's your level, or join me in double leg. So again, rib cage is down, and take it forward and back. And again, and back. So underneath that lower spine, the lumbar area, just imagine that there's either a grape that you don't want to squash when you bring the leg in, or you don't want to let it roll as you bring it out, or some running water that's just allowed to flow. So you're not squishing the flow as you bring the leg back in. From this position you can do, just keep your legs there, try and keep your ribs down and just take one arm backwards and then back to centre. So you're in neutral spine, the other side. You can take your legs down if it's too much. Tummy strong. Or you can do dead bug with both. So as the right leg goes forward, the right hand follows, the left hand comes back. Don't let the ribs come with you. Keep the leg relatively high if you're new to it, so more to there, as opposed to low. The lower you go, the harder it is to keep that spine in neutral. Let's do 8 more for 8, done. And then hug your knees into chest. How do you feel after a couple of weeks off? On Tuesday they were like, oh, it's normally easier than this, Jo. But yeah, a couple of weeks off can feel a bit tough getting back. And then just grab the right shin, bring the right knee into chest, lengthen the left leg, heel down, toes pointed forwards. And the other side. Well done. Just for hip flexors, in case they've kicked in a little bit, take the feet either side of the mat, arms just out to just below capital T. Internally rotate the right foot, the right hip, and try and get that knee to the floor. Mine only just gets there. So you're creating a bit of a stretch through the front of the hip area. And then back. And the other way. So again, my right knee goes down, my left knee doesn't, and that's because agonist and antagonist muscles are working. So my right hamstrings are tight, so my hips are good on that side. Of course, the other side is different. So notice how my right knee gets down, back to centre, and the other side just doesn't touch, quite nearly getting there. And then one more each side. I love this stretch. It's really quite gentle, but it does the trick. And I always do it after single leg stretch. And then bring the soles of the feet together, turn the palms up to ceiling, and just butterfly. Just hold. Good, and I just want to work a little bit more into abdominals, nice and gentle, but really precise. So, I want you just to lay nice and flat. And you should have a gap underneath your neck, your chin should be coming down towards the chest, your shoulder blades should be nice and relaxed on the mat, the ribs should be on the mat, and you should have that little gap underneath the lumbar spine. Everyone's will be different depending on posture. I want you to bring your hands underneath your head, interlink your fingers, chin towards the chest, elbows out wide, and I just want you to lift up as high as you can without squashing the lower back into imprint. And then lower. So you're working through the upper thoracic, and then lift, and then have a little twist, twist, and down. And then again, lift up, twist, twist, and down. And again, lift up, twist, twist, and down. Two more, twist, twist, and down. And then just 8 singles, lift, lower. Lift so the head doesn't come all the way back down, the elbows keep wide, lift, navel to spine or pelvic floors engaged, it's a small move, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Arms out to capital T, bring your legs together, take the knees to the right, the head to the left. Gently back to centre. So use your abdominals to come back to centre. And again. Side to side. And back. And again. And one more each side. And we're just going to go into some shoulder movements just because, well, one, it's important, and two, are just for my sort of restorative class. So if you want a roll, if you've got a roller, you can jump on the roller. If you don't want to use the roller, then obviously just do all this on the floor. It'll still work nicely. So try and keep in neutral spine. If you're on the roller, imperative the head is connected and the tailbone. Yeah, chin towards the chest, ribs, try and keep them in and together so they're touching the roller, little gap in lumbar spine. And again, keep that pelvic floor in and up. And we're just going to take both arms up to ceiling and we're just going to take it into scissor. So the palms face each other. And the idea is that you are trying to get as near to the floor as you can. If you've had surgery, obviously one side may be more limited than the other. And again, if you're new to the next move, guys, just watch first. So you go into scissor, and then the hand that's at the hip starts circling. At the same time, the hand that's at the head starts circling down. So one comes up, one comes down, and then they meet again, exactly the same starting point. Alternate if you can, or do 4 in one, 4 in the other. I'm going to do 8 alternate ones. Good. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Then take both arms down. Again, rib cage closes. Palms on the floor, bring them up to shoulder height. Turn the palms up, overhead, and back down. If you've got a little bit of shoulder impingement, this abduction can be quite tough, so just go to where you can. And then down. And 4 more. Palms turn up. Two more. And last one. And just to show anyone that's watching how you do abdominal work, so a really good thing to start with on the roller is just trying to cross your hands. Yeah, draw the navel to spine in, or the pelvic floor in and up. It's harder than it looks, this. And just see if you can raise one foot. Woo! And then down, draw the tummy in, raise the other foot. Sometimes our body doesn't recognise move. The first time I did this, I couldn't do it. Yeah, using the abdominals. There might be a little shake, that doesn't matter. Woo! And that looks a lot easier than this next one, but actually, I don't find it is. And then just if you want to do abdominal work, what abdominal work does on the roll is it allows you to open up the chest, draw the tummy in. You can do one single for 8 back in, or you can progress to this one. So if you're on the floor, just either do 8 on one side or do 16 alternate with double leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For anyone who's watching thinking, oh, I quite like a roller. There, you can get them from Amazon. They're about 20 quid, I think, now. Everything's gone up, hasn't it? Usually from a company called 66 Fit or Physio World. And you want a 90 centimetre by 30. Don't get a small one, you won't fit on it. If it feels a bit uncomfortable at first on the spine, use a blanket. Good. I've lost count, so let's just do 2 more. 1, 2, and gently back in. And then just do a right head turn, right ear to shoulder, back to centre, left ear to shoulder. to centre, right in your shoulder, centre, left, and then just take your right arm up to ceiling, protract, keep the elbow straight and retract the shoulder blade back down. Protract, retract, and you should have it in retraction normally. Protract, retract. On the other side, protract, retract, protract, retract. 2 more. And fabulosa. And then come off your roller, probably not as quickly as I just did then, guys. And let's just do a little bit. Shall we do hips or shall we do side leg? Let's do a bit of hip. This one that I showed Serena, that she, not that she couldn't do, she was just doing it wrong because she wasn't listening. She'll be watching this. I love you. Okay, so what I want you to do is sit in a shin box if you can. Now, so you've got, in a shin box, you've got like a front knee, haven't you? Yeah, knee there. So the foot that's in front, you've got that knee there as well. So my right knee is in front, so I'm going to take my right hand onto the floor, and I'm just going to take like a little bit of a mermaid stretch. Take a breath in. And then I'm going to twist my body. Serena will go in the other way. I'm going to twist my body towards that front knee, and I'm just going to lie down. Yeah, take my forearms down, and you feel this beautiful stretch through the side of the body. Take a breath in. And out. In. And out. Last one, breath in. And then walk your hands back. Yeah. And then come to the other side. So shin box. So the foot that's on the quadricep. Yeah. You want to, so now it's my left knee that's in front. I want to just take that left hand down, reach it with my right hand, and then just come over into a mermaid stretch. Take a breath in. So I apologise to my Wednesday group if I didn't cue well enough. And then turn towards that front knee and just come into it. It's almost like a side shell stretch. Take a breath in. Sometimes you just have to watch the video a couple of times to get it into the kind of head. Now I already know that I'm tighter through the opposite side, so I'm not really feeling it as much here. I'm still feeling it in the other side. And then gently back to centre position. And then just take a cross leg, yeah? And we're just going to take right hand to left knee, and then left hand up towards the ceiling, and just come over. And then almost round your back a bit. Back to centre. The opposite side. Left hand comes to right knee. Reach up, and this is why it can sometimes get a bit tough on a video, because obviously you can either emulate me and do the same, or listen to cues. Hold. And gently up. Well done. Come onto your backs again. Let's just go into some bridges. So let's take our hands down by our side, walk the heels towards the bum, shoulder blades down the back. Take a breath in through the nose. Gently roll the lower back into the mat and start lifting up into your bridge. Taking the bum away, the lower back, the mid back, sending the knees nice and long. The hips are high. You're not on your neck, you're just on your shoulder blades. Really lengthen the knees. Take a breath in at the top and slowly lower. Bone by bone. through imprint, back to neutral. Let's go again. Breath in. Gently tip the imaginary drinks into the belly button. Start lifting the bum, the lower back, over mid back. Sending the knees nice and long. Take a breath in at the top. Slowly lower. Bum, bum, bum. Beautiful. 2 more. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. Remove the bum, the lower back, the mid back. Sending the knees long so you have this nice ski slope. At this one, the last two, we're just going to do a bit of glute work. So either come up onto the balls of the feet or you can keep the heels down and just drop the bum an inch. Drop, lift, drop, lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take the heels down, take a breath in. No one wants a flat bum, do they? And gently down. I always think of you, Angela, when I do these. You've got such a peachy bum. And then gently roll the lower back again. Let's come up again. Sending the knees nice and long. Keep the core engaged. Again, heels away, all feet on the floor. 2 lots of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just a little pulse. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath in and slowly lower. Well done, beautiful. Okay, let's just do a couple of little stretches. So just take both legs straight, flex the feet so the toes come towards you. And try and keep in neutral spine, little gap underneath the lumbar spine. Don't force the hamstrings, just bring them up. Don't tip the lower back into imprint. My right hamstrings at the minute, I don't know why, I ran in Madrid on the treadmill and I don't know, I just overused them I think. But just mine's to there. I can get it higher, but I'm going to come up to here and I don't want to go into imprint. And then just circle. Best to have the leg low and straight than to have it too high. And the other way. Circling, that beautiful circling action. And then flex the foot, turn the foot inwards and outwards. So inversion, eversion. Beautiful. Gently down. Bend the other knee and take that leg and just let the leg just fall out to the side a bit. Just hold it there. We're not going to bring the foot up just yet. And then I want you to straighten the underneath leg. Bring that leg into tabletop. Use the same hand to push the inner knee towards the opposite shoulder. Keep that in action across the midline. Don't lose it as you lift up. Grab the outside ankle bone and keep pushing on the outside of the thigh or the knee and bring that heel into the top of the thighs. This is the one last night where people were like, ooh! So piriformis stretch, probably my favourite glute stretch. And then the hand that's at the outside of the thigh, take it out to shoulder height, and the hand that's at the ankle bone, bring to the outside thigh and just bring that leg over into supine spine stretch. Go easy, take a breath in, let the belly rise. Out breath, release. 2 more. Last one. And back to centre. Well done, let's do the other side. So again, nice connection through the core. Just gently bring it up, don't force it. I did hit on Wednesday, a bit of a shock to the system. So my legs feel a bit tight today. Circling through the ankle area, really nice for lymphedema. Getting that fluid going on the other way. And then turn the foot in. out, in, out, in, out. Hold, you can point and flex as well. Yeah, and then bend the other knee. Just take that foot, let the knee be pushed away, just hold it. So often I bring this up, but sometimes people struggle if they've got hip issues in that. And then lengthen the underneath leg, same leg in tabletop. Last one, guys. Use the same hand, push the inner knee towards the opposite shoulder, lift up, grab the outside ankle bone, heel in. Remember, if this is tight, you need to be trying to do it daily. Piriformis gets too tight, it affects the hip mobility, can cause some sciatic type pain as well. Lovely. And then take your arm out to capital T and then just gently over. Take a breath in and out. In and out. Last one, breath in. And back to centre position. Come over onto your front, nice and easy. And just take a cow pose, sticking the bum up. Keep everything where it is and start moving from the tailbone as you start rounding the back, bringing the hips towards, the ribs towards the hips, chin towards the chest. And the other direction. And round. Oh, I love my Friday morning pilates. And rest after this one. Into your downward dog, or if you don't want to do a downward dog, just come up however you feel you want to do. If you're doing a downward dog, just take a couple of heel drops. Yeah, however many you feel like you need, you can hold if the calf feels a bit tight. The other side. And then soften to come back. And gently up. Ah, thank you.